everyone. Welcome back to Legally Teaching and Engineer Sports. I'm Dylan here with Sam and Max. Loga. Today will be Thursday, January 30th. Holy moly, Sam, did January take forever? But we're almost to the end. Tonight's episode, 121, Reenergizing the Rageless Maize. Wah, wah, wah. That's right. We've lamented on a topic for several weeks, multiple podcast episodes, and a few survey nows. So tonight, finally, Max, what are we going to do?
We are dedicating this show to giving our opinion to fix or tips and tricks of how we possibly could fix the Maize rage or the Maize. No rage, just the Maize. There's no rage in that Maize. Crowd, we're going to do the Rageless Maize. There we go. We're going to do our roundtable Serenity now, a woo off, the whole shebang.
Nailed it. Sam. Oh. Let's get it going. He is slow. He is slow.
All right, there we go. It's a little slow, but it's Michigan basketball theme music.
Nobody broke. No one would talk. We're already using tactics for the student section. We got to learn. All right, Maize Rage, focus up. We're learning right now. The Rageless Mage is going to have some rage at the end of this podcast episode. Sam, do you know anyone that's in the Maize Rage these days?
God, no.
You're almost 30.
You're asking me to know somebody 10 years younger than me. No.
True. Your cousin goes to the University of Michigan. Maybe our cousin knows someone there.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Max, do you know anyone in the Maize Rage?
No, I do not. Even when I was in school, I don't think I knew anybody that was in the Maize Rage.
No, I've never known anyone in the Maize Rage, and I'm proud of that fact. Yeah, to be honest, Max nailed it. We're going to fix the Maize Rage tonight. We will tag them in our Instagram post. We will include them in our YouTube. If you know anyone that goes to the University of Michigan, please point them to this YouTube video, our podcast, Legally Teaching Engineer Sports, episode 121, Reenergizing the Rageless Maize. But before we get to that, let's do our woo-off presented by Lonnie New. Woo! It gets the people going. Sam, what's your favorite Lonnie New woo flavor?
I genuinely don't even know what this product is that is sponsoring this section of the broadcast.
That's perfect. I'll tell you what your favorite flavor is. You are probably, honestly, Sam, I'm going to go with a orange kiss. You kind of you look like you like mimosas. It's got a little orangish to it. Max, I view you more so as a watermelon springs kind of guy. Me, myself, I enjoy the actual mimosa flavor that's more not mimosa-y. It's more like vanilla cakey. So yeah. But now that we know a little more now about our sponsor line, New, let's get to our woo-off. I'm going to go first because I'm nervous mine's going to be stolen, Sam. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Trey Donaldson. Michigan basketball is number 3 point guard. John Beeline recently spoke to our guy. What's our guy's name? Michigan beat writer. Max, help me out. Stands in the crowd. Sam, he came on. Clayton sat down with John Beeline, interviewed him, and Beeline basically said, I think Trey Donaldson needs to take over for the University of Michigan. He did at the end of the game on Monday. Sam, against Penn State. Michigan was down 5 points with a minute 50 to go. Trey Donaldson went on a personal 7-point run, 2 points added from Mr. Roddy Gale, which Donaldson assisted on. But Trey Donaldson closed that game out and got the victory when it seemed very unlikely. So shout out to Trey motherfucking Donaldson. Woo!
I'm gonna give you 7 flat because you did steal mine. So now I'm searching, trying to find the dark depths of one.
See, I figured that's why I shaved my mustache a little, and I figured as much. So we'll go to Sam first. Let you search your heart and your soul, and you're allowing me woo. Sam, hit us.
Yeah, I would. It was a slow weekend. It was tough. Mine actually is.
Oh,
I think is the best one,
oh.
which is the end of the NFL season. One game left, so it's the moment we've all been waiting for. It's the moment everybody waits for. So my woo moment is the end of the AFC and the NFC, and now it's Super Bowl time. So focus up, get ready for the Super Bowl. Let's go. It's gonna be a great one. Woo!
2.1. 2.1. That was bad. That was bad. We're
You
getting ready.
know, you know, some of us try to take
Woo.
unique points of view on a woo moment rather than just, wow, he scored 5 points in 30 seconds. Congrats, you did what you are probably getting paid to do, which we'll hit on later as to why college basketball student sections might be falling off.
Here, hold on, Max. So you handled the pressure of the ohs very well, but your woo moment was the end of football, which is more like a oh.
No, it's
Like,
great. Everybody love. You can't tell me people don't love this time of year. The Super Bowl parties are being planned. Food's being picked out. This is a great moment. It's not a sad moment yet.
okay, I'm gonna reverse it. You're right. I'm gonna give you a 7, 8 because you're right. The Super Bowl is actually one of the best moments. You're talking about the anticipation for the Super Bowl, essentially.
Yeah, the end of regular football. Who cared about any of those games? Is a game that people that don't even care about football will not pay attention to.
All right, respect. Max, what's your line new woo moment?
Yeah, so this is gonna just be far fetched, but I just think it's hilarious. I'm just gonna say one name, 2 words. Jimmy Butler.
He can't
Woo!
spell. He can't spell.
Jimmy Butler for doing everything wrong in the world, forcing his hand ever so hardly to get traded. So Jimmy Butler, you keep drinking your Alani Nu, your $107 coffee. Keep doing you, man. Keep doing you.
Yeah. Honestly, 4.2. I love that what Jimmy's doing. Jimmy doesn't drink Alani News. Jimmy has his own coffee. It's Big Head Coffee. Um, good job, Max. You withstood pressure. You've already come out smelling rosy, unlike the Maize Rage. Let's just dive right into the round table. I have it on my list. It's a good point, Max. So, Sam, what do you know about Jimmy Butler?
He doesn't want to play for some reason and is seeking a trade and has since been benched and is being withheld money now. I
Yep,
guess.
that's the large scope. You're totally spot on. I'm gonna get to Max. Give me a second. So I think what has transpired is that he one told them he didn't want to play, correct, Sam, or he didn't want to be on the team anymore, so he got suspended. 2, he showed up. Well, he texted teammates he was going to be late to a team flight. So he said basically, go ahead without me. It was like, hey, who's going to be there? Should I come on a required flight? And then 3, he was recently told in practice that he wasn't going to be starting anymore. And he said, fuck that, I'm out. And left practice and has been suspended indefinitely as a result. Max, now I turn to you. Do you know why this all started?
Yeah, I think it's because he just wants to trade. He wants out. He doesn't want to play for Miami anymore. He saw Tariq Hill say, peace out, Miami. And then Jimmy's like, hey, that's not a bad idea. Miami Heat suck. Miami Dolphins suck. Let's get out together. So he's been forcing his hand, which, if I'm the Heat, people are calling. And people are offering a lot of assets, a lot of money. So why not? Why not? If he's giving you this big of a headache, yeah, he's a superstar player. He's really good. But if he's giving you this big of a headache, pretty sure you should probably get a couple first round draft picks and a big name in return for him. So I don't know why they're doing it. For the suspense, I mean, the NBA next Thursday is the deadline. So hopefully the Pistons make a move. I'm going to segue. But what are your thoughts on Jimmy Dillon?
I love Jimmy. Jimmy like ball. Ball love Jimmy. You made another good point. Sam, do you know about the credit card thing?
I saw something come across today, but I didn't read it.
Max, tell him.
So he was at a local coffee shop and he was just messing around like his card got declined. And I think it was the worker or somebody in the video, whoever's taking it, said, Mr. Butler, you're unemployed right now. Your card's going to get declined because he's basically suspended for 5 games without pay. And then he just looked at the camera, winked, and then put it in, and it worked. So, I mean, I
Yeah,
like
I think it was
Jimmy
one of his
Butler.
boys.
It would be, I would be a-okay with seeing him in some royal blue for the Detroit Pistons. That's for sure. So
Yeah, he's not gonna go to Detroit. Unfortunate, but that's okay. I don't know. Sam, what do you think about that? Someone just forcing their hand, gets paid millions already, but says I'm not gonna play because I don't think you guys have a chance to win. I don't like what's going on here, so I'm gonna be a dick. Thoughts?
Here for it. To be trapped and sealed to one team is questionable practices. I don't know what his contract looks like, obviously. But I think if a player, speaks out that he wants out of the team, wants to trade it, take the opportunity and trade him.
Questionable practices to pay someone 75 to $150 million.
That's just called bad upper management. It's just a poor investment opportunity. Just didn't work out. Happens all the time. Just didn't play out.
Okay, he better not be getting paid then.
I mean, depends on the contract, right? Obviously, whatever it states. If it states he doesn't have to play to get paid, which I guess he's not being paid, so he doesn't care. Why would he care? He makes so much money. He has more money than he knows what to do with it.
Now, so as an attorney, there are loopholes. And the Miami Heat probably have attorneys, so I'm sure they're capitalizing on every single loophole that they can come across. And I honestly applaud them for what they're doing, and I hope they are not paying him, even if he is supposed to be getting paid, because he does not deserve to be paid. Everything, and I'm going to tell you right now, he probably is not getting paid because the things he is doing is detrimental to the team, and there probably are clauses that limit his ability, like the Mel Tucker shit, where like if he was fired or if he was dismissed for fireable offenses, right? If it wasn't just for, yeah, this isn't gonna work out. Like if you were doing shit to make the school look bad, he didn't get his money. I'm thinking like that's probably situationally similar for Jimmy. And whatever everyone has their own choices to make in life. So I don't know. I love Jimmy. Jimmy's. So this is bad. What's the movie where the Ringer? All right, let's go to the Ringer. Um, and Jimmy, the track star, like basically cheats, right? And it's kind of a dick.
yeah,
I don't think
no,
about Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy's the stud. He's not the
I'm
cheat.
Jimmy.
Yeah, he's a stud.
Yeah, but he's not cheating. But I think he cheats, like, or he does something at the end, doesn't he?
No, he just
No.
loses. Jimmy's mad. Jimmy's fed up with this. He's out.
Jimmy's out. Well,
My
that's what I
last
think.
thing, my last thing about the Heat, their owner, Pat Riley, right? Owner or GM, one of them. I don't know which one he is. Do you know what he has money to? It's a term. He's trademarked something. Do you remember? Do you know? The
No.
phrase three-peat. The way it's spelled on cups, mugs, t-shirt, hats is all trademarked by Pat Riley. So if the Chiefs end up winning, he is set to make a shit ton of money off the term three-peat because he was a man of business when he coached for the Lakers way back when, and they won three-peat. He said, shit, that's got a nice ring to it. And he trademarked it. So he's got hats, mugs, whatever. And it's projected that the Super Bowl is going to sell $18 million worth of memorabilia. And he's set to make like $5 just off trademarks and selling shit. So shout out to Pat Riley.
That's a good tidbit. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Respect. Well done. Um, All right, that was a lot of Jimmy Butler talk. Let's move on to more prevalent, relevant, and more newsworthy discussions. Sam, what does the name Dominic Shine mean to you?
Nothing.
Sam, you don't know puck.
It means I still got a chance. Sam, you still got a chance. And Dylan, you still got a chance in your
I did
professional
see this.
sport.
I
You
did see
still
this
got
random
time.
tidbit. 7+ years and whatever. Got to play one NHL game. They almost lost a game probably because he was out there. So I'm glad they pulled it out.
Yeah, so Dominic Shine from Pinckney, Michigan. Went to Northern Michigan University. I think he had 1 year, maybe he scored like 17 goals actually. So he was like pretty solid D1 hockey player. So it's not like some random dude from Lebanon Valley College. Sorry, Max. And then went to the USHL, I actually believe, Max. He went like the reverse, and then he went to the ECHL for a hot second, but then went quickly to the AHL, and that's where he spent 7 years. Sounds right.
9.
9 years, okay, and then finally got called up, played in a game, smoked someone in the back. I guess they called it a legal hit. But did he get an assist? Shot on goal. I think it was a shot on goal and a hit. I think shot on goal and a hit sounds right.
What more could you
So
ask for?
shout out to Dominic. His parents probably named him after Hasek, so respect. Dominic looks like he does cocaine, so I respect him even more for that too.
I'll keep the next tidbit in Detroit. Sam, Lafayette or American?
Yeah, it's gonna have to be Lafayette. Can't do American.
Okay, Dylan, Lafayette or American?
Well, let me ask Sam. Do you like rodents?
No.
He's like inside a rat.
Well, then you chose the wrong one, my guy.
Sam does not get the Metro News. Yeah, Sam, Lafayette's closed down. They had a rat infestation. The health department got their asses. They're shutting down for a couple months to fix all the holes, deep clean. It's coming back better, bigger and better than.
Like the other place doesn't. Okay, come on now.
Yeah, all right. Well,
They just have deeper pockets.
tidbit of Detroit news.
Speaking of deep cleaning, Sam, did you hear about Ohio?
Why would I ever hear anything about Ohio?
Well, the University of Ohio State, they have put one of their staff assistant coaches on investigative leave for potential sexual assault and/or criminal molestation charges and maybe sign stealing. I'm just gonna throw that last tidbit in. So the sun isn't always shining that much brighter on the south side. That's all I'm gonna say. And in an update on the Michigan sign stealing espionage case, Michigan's been essentially cleared from all charges, so let's just not worry about it. Okay. We should have talked about this first. We didn't. Championships Day. Goddamn NFL. We have a Super Bowl. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl next week. Sam, you watched, hopefully. Max, who's in the Super Bowl?
The Schmeagles and Kermit the Frog.
Yep. It's going to be so much fun. Did you watch either of you?
Yes. Both.
Didn't care enough to turn it on.
So I told Paglia before both games started that if it's the Eagles and Chiefs, I'm not going to watch. That's what the matchup is. Eagles Chiefs.
Oh, so you won't be watching the Super Bowl? That's fun. You'll open up like 6 hours of your day on a Sunday. What do you do with that free time?
I'm going to go out there and say it. This will probably be one of the lowest viewed Super Bowls in many years. I'm going to go out and say it. The amount of people I've crossed paths with, talked about the Super Bowl, NFL games this week, they said, nope, I'm not watching. I don't want to watch. So we're not alone, fellas. The stance is strong.
They're liars. I'm watching Super Bowl, okay? Like, I straight up lied. I'm obviously going to watch the Super Bowl. I watched American versus Colgate the other night. Why would I not watch the biggest football game of the year when I'm going to watch the shittiest basketball game of the year, okay? I'm watching Super Bowl. Am I irritated by the matchup? Yes. Am I irritated by how Kansas City pulled out the win with the referees on their side? Yes. Am I irritated by the Philadelphia scumbag fan base? Yes, absolutely. RIP to a Philadelphia fan tried to climb a pole and died. Am I irritated by the general premise that we have to watch the same goddamn Super Bowl we watched 3 years ago when they're wearing the same stupid fucking jerseys? Yes, but I'm still gonna watch the Super Bowl.
Am I irritated? I'm going to see Taylor Swift 30 fucking times. Yes.
Is Sam less irritated because Kendrick Lamar's playing? Yes.
I'm very excited for Kendrick Lamar. Really hoping for swimming pools.
You know who's really irritated that Kendrick Lamar's playing?
Right.
Lil Wayne.
Yeah, very true.
Wait, what?
It should have been. It
I missed
should have
this.
been Lil. It should have been Lil
Lil
Wayne.
Wayne is from Louisiana. He thought he was a shoo-in to get this Super Bowl, and he didn't. He is pissed.
Dude picked the wrong side.
Bitch, I'm going in. I'm going in.
He picked the wrong side.
Same shit you're gonna do with Kendrick Lamar. I mean, come on, like same shit.
No, he's got poetic music. Kendrick does. So, okay, stop. I don't know. Did you get? So Sam didn't really watch. I don't know, Sam. So let me just fill you in. Eagles kicked shit out of Commanders. Commanders, it would have been a game. They were just self-destructive. I think it's more disappointing. It's much more disappointing. 5 turnovers. Much more disappointing that the Lions lost to those dip fucks. And for every single Lions fan that was happy the Eagles beat the Commanders, you don't know ball, so shut the fuck up. You don't root for the team that beat. You don't root against the team that beat you just because they beat you. That's just so stupid. So yeah, that was irritating. And then the second game, Chiefs came out hot, Sam. Bills looked like they made their asses kicked. Bills took the lead early third, mid third, and then Bills basically had 2 plays, third down and one. The Chiefs 40-yard line. Couldn't get 1 yard. It's on the coaching staff of the Bills, I'll say it, but also on the NFL referees. So up one, they get the ball turned over. Chiefs go down and score a touchdown. Bills score a touchdown, I think even maybe tie it up, but the Chiefs then come back and get a field goal. So essentially, it could have been an 8-9 point game with the Chiefs getting the ball back, but then the Chiefs made it their way 8-9 point game. So that was the game essentially. But then flip forward to the end of the game, Bills had a chance. Bills tight end dropped the ball. Dalton Kincaid. I don't know why quarterback Josh Allen is getting some of this shit. It should be on Dalton Kincaid. He dropped the fucking ball. So
the fact that
tough scene.
Josh Allen even threw that ball was impressive. So we'll leave it there.
The question is, do any changes come from it? Do you think any changes are going to come to the NFL off of the last 3 games that the Chiefs have had with the rep situation?
So sounded like there was actually some hard conversations about the chip in the ball. And it wouldn't be like a used on every down. It'd be like that situation. But then there's like, how do you chip the ball, right? Because in theory, the point of the ball is the first down. So like
it's not that hard. The ball, okay. Every ball is a specific measurement. So you just place that chip centered in the ball and you know the distance.
And you can measure out.
Yeah, you know that.
All right.
So it wouldn't be that
needed the engineer take on that. I'll be honest. I was pretty head fucked on that situation. I was like, damn, that bitch is gonna be in the middle.
Yeah, it's disgusting that the NFL makes all that money and has like negative technology. Like the NHL has digital boards now.
We got VAR, someone's fingernail goes offside and it's called bad. But we can't get the fucking spot. All right, I'll just jump right to it. My story now, are the referees spotting the ball? We got a dude limping with worse hips than knees to the line, 7 yards behind the play, spotting the ball. What are we doing? He is not even. How can he spot the ball? He's like looking over across the field, like, oh, where's my partner at? Oh, it changed the trajectory of the game.
My favorite one though is punts that go out of bounds and they're just like running up the sideline. Like, bro, you don't know where that ball came across this. You have no idea. You're just going like, yeah, this looks about right. Like,
that's actually a really good point. Paglia, a novice fan, right? She's Joe Kool-Aid kind of fan. She goes, well, first off, does not understand punts whatsoever. And if you try to explain punts to someone that doesn't know football or hasn't really watched it in their life, that shit's hard as heck to explain. But Yeah, for a punt that goes out of bounds in the air, and then telling her basically it's like a guesstimate for some random white dude. They're always white. Running up the field of silent, or it's white old dude, or it's a young woman now. Just to guesstimate where that ball maybe crossed out of bounds is just the craziest thing to try to explain.
Yeah. Also, I mean, them standing under the uprights, super unnecessary. Chip that ball, you know where that is. Like it just needs to be brought to the 21st century if it wants to have a life.
Agreed. All right, got to move on. Sam, Eagles or Chiefs?
Eagles, I like the story with Saquon. I feel like it'd be sick to see him go off and get like 10 touchdowns. It'd be awesome.
Max.
The Dark Knight movie where the field just implodes. That.
Nice. I'm gonna bet the Eagles. Root for. Can't say this out loud. Fuck. No. Eagles. I'll just stop there. All right. Good stuff. Max, anything else for Roundtable?
My last thing, Paul Skeens' card was found. He's not taking up that option. It's like an 11-year-old kid in LA taking it to auction. So good Godspeed to him. That was it.
Yes, we talked about that it was found last week, but we did not know what he's going to do with it. He has opted to go right to auction. That's what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep.
So,
taking the auction.
Fuck the Pirates offer.
Yeah, I mean,
he's
what would that do for
on the Pirates
LA?
offer. Yeah, exactly. So he's going straight to auction. Did you see what it's going to be potentially viewed at, like money wise?
I did not.
I don't think it's been graded yet.
I feel like you should.
It needs to get graded first, and then they'll know.
All right, you should sell before the season starts, just in case Paul shits the bed. My recommendation. Sam, anything for the Roundtable?
Honestly, no. I mean, I don't even think I turned on a single sport event this weekend. So I did hear the TGL was better on Monday night, though. So let's hope.
I just heard it pushed into better things on TV. So like college basketball, where stuff matters. Like the Duke player puking on himself, Caleb Love hitting a half court shot and then winning an overtime over number 3 team in the country. Yeah, whatever though. Lions quickly hired Kelvin Shepard, defense coordinator, John Morton, passing player person from the Broncos. We'll talk more about that in the future. Two other things. One, Tigers just signed Tommy Kahnle from the Yankees. Has one of the most devastating changeups in all of baseball, so that's really good for the bullpen. Looking forward to that. And then lastly, Michigan State men's basketball will win the Big Ten. They're so much better than anyone else. So congrats, Michigan State, for winning the Big Ten. Really great job. Best team in all of college basketball. So really, really nailed it. All right. Let's move on to Sam's Cool Talk, presented by Jets Pizza. Shout out to Jets Pizza, our new NFL playoff partner. Jets is a national pizza chain that offers the best Detroit-style pizza in the world. The secret sauce isn't actually in the sauce. Nope, it's in the Motor City-inspired steel pizza pans that make the corner crust pizza worthy of a cornucopious amount of compliments. Hop online and visit jetspizza.com to find the delicious deals at your local Jets Pizza. And don't forget, Jets Pizza, often imitated, never duplicated. Let's get Jets. All right, Sam, here we go. Who are the Detroit Red Wings captains? They have one main captain and 2 alternates.
Larkin, and then it's gonna be. I'm gonna go with like a Sherratt and maybe a DeBrincat, but I don't know.
1 for 2. Wow, it is Ben Sherratt, and then it's Andrew Copp.
I should have went third line.
Where is the NFL Pro Bowl?
Louisiana as well? I don't know.
No, it's in Orlando, Florida. Where is the Super Bowl?
With what?
What Super Bowl?
What Super Bowl is it? The LIX? So whatever that is.
No, where?
Louisiana.
Where?
But I don't know where in Louisiana. New Orleans.
You don't know what city? Just
New Orleans.
There you go. All right. There's only so many cities.
There's only.
All right. Last question. Who won the Australian Open from the men and women's side?
No clue. Couldn't even begin to tell you anybody. I know Coco got eliminated, and I couldn't even tell you any guys. So
American won it from the women.
yes,
It's Max's name as a female.
Max, Maxine.
Madison Keys won it as the for the female. And then the number one seed for the men won it. Yannick Sinner in Italian.
Nice, love it.
Yeah. Respect. All right. Well, let's get to the main segment of episode 121 of Legally Teaching Engineer Sports, Reenergizing the Rageless Maize. All right, so how we're going to do this, we're going to first dip into what we see as are the actual problems with the Maize Rage. The Maize Rage, of course, for all of our GHLs who don't know, the student section at the Chrysler Center for the Michigan men's basketball team. All right, let's just delve right into the issues. Sam or Max, give me started with a couple problems you see as a season ticket holder, first year season ticket holder. Congratulations. What problems do you see with the Maize Rage?
Yeah. So my first problem is the
So,
lack of chance.
so,
Lack of chance.
so,
It's very poor.
so,
They only do let's go blue and then the occasional defense. And that's all we get from them. We don't get anything else. We don't get maybe an air ball, but that dies out after like one or two times. So the lack of chance really gets me. Lack of chance.
okay.
They
I
can
have
be
that as
very
well.
creative. They can cater to certain players. They can current certain teams.
Hold on. We're just doing problems. Problems. Settle down. You're excited. Uninventive. I have that written down as well. Uninventive. They, like you say, no creativity. Do you find them being loud?
No, and I can still hear Dusty May talking like we are right now in the upper deck while they're still trying to chant. It's bad news. It's bad. They're quiet.
Yep, I have quiet written down as well. Sam, I know you've been to a few handful of games. I would say in the last 7 years or so, you've been to a handful. What problems do you see? I guess from your perspective.
I'll make it the most obvious one. You're called the Maize Rage. Why do you wear any other color than maize?
I don't disagree with that general thought. Okay, my only point I would point back to you with is if there is a blue out like there was on the Monday game. No, but then why would you decide it?
The Maize Rage, even with the giant blue out, looks so good as all maize. And then everybody else in the stands is blue. Plus, blue should never be a blue out because it doesn't show up well on TV. It's just very dark. You got to think about the TV aspect of it.
Didn't mind it for a Monday. Didn't show how many people there weren't there. But I kind of like. That's a good point. It's a good point, Sam. Give me a second one. That was a really good. I agree with you for the most part.
I would say watching from home, you don't hear them. And now I don't know if this is the student section problem. You guys are saying it is. I was gonna lean more so on our broadcasting networks not making that a focus for the student section. Because I've heard quite not very loud from other games as well that I've tuned into.
Yeah, it's not very loud. Good answers. Okay, more problems. I think the most obvious problem I've said it on this podcast. The student section, Sam, will stand up. They stand up the whole time, I guess. Congrats to them. And with their dry erase boards right out, stand up to the individual sitting across from them in the lower bowl.
The people that pay like a bunch of money.
Correct. It is one of the most asinine things to do as a student section. You are relying on other people to do your job. Two, soft. Just do your job. So yeah, I can't stand another one. Just a lack of passion across the student section. If you're gonna join that lower bowl thing, show some fight. Don't wear. So Sam, I'm gonna go against just for a second. It's a blue out. Everyone's told it's a blue out, and we've got an orange jersey. I don't know what the fuck the orange was. We got a Maize shirt, and then we've got some whatever can. No. Get together, show some passion. Max, give me one or two more problems before we move to the fixes.
All right, so I'm just spitballing here, which I think I've got a good bead on who the leaders are. So the leaders, they should have tryouts. The leaders shouldn't just be people that sign up and get to walk in, nerdy people that organize stuff. No, I want the asshole that's going to be drunk on a Monday night, ready to yell at people for not yelling. Those are the leaders. Those people get people fired up. Okay.
Wrong leaders. I agree. Wrong leaders.
Wrong leaders. And my next one, Dylan pointed me out to me on Monday night. On their phones. They're on their phones. They're not even doing chants. They're on their phones in the front row. The leaders on their phones, not even doing chants, not even doing just on their phones while the game's going on. Piss poor.
Yeah, real piss poor. Sam, any other issues you see generally?
Yeah, the phone thing kind of brings me to the question mark of you can live bet these games. So what part are these students more so focused on gambling, either this game or different games, and just taking their attention away from, what their job should be, which is yelling and cheering and bouncing around and all, just going crazy. So I kind of wonder if the culture's changed a little bit over the last couple of years with like what you should be doing at college basketball games.
The lack of focus. That's a good problem. I like that. That's a very well said problem. All right, I got a couple more problems. Lack of knowledge. No ball knowers, for the most part in that crowd, and that's a problem. All right. So if something happens, the student section needs to lead the rest of the crowd in the energy where it needs to be sent. If it's a booable offense, get the boos going when they need to get going. If it's a cheerable offense, let's go. If it's something where someone, I don't know, the coach is pointing and he's doing it for some reason that his player's dick's out, yell dick is out. Like you just can't sit there with your hand in your pants. It's a lot of standing around with your mouth open in the Maize Rage, and that shit needs to get fixed. Not a lot of ball knowing going on in the Maize Rage. I'll say it. All right. Heated, fired up, lots of issues with the Maize Rage currently. One more problem. I'm going to tell you the problem that they're going to say they project outwardly. Not enough space for the Maize Rage. Wah, wah, wah. So at Chrysler Center Arena, it's only like 3/7 of the lower bowl is the Maize Rage. It's not a ton. And I get it. But you work with what you have. You need to stop complaining. It goes back to the signage. And see Sam wants maybe to pipe in. Sam, thoughts?
No, I would agree with that 100%. I think the size of the Maize Rage is perfect. It looks good on TV. The location for it is primo. Their loudness should be more than enough to cover the arena. It's not that big of an arena. And if it's really like that big of a game, they increase the size, don't they, to behind the rims?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there's a street next to the band, basically next to the tunnel that goes up, and there's potentially 4 in the upper level that go up.
So my last one that I had was barely show up. So to Dylan's point, if I'm Chrysler or the University of Michigan, and I'm going to say, why am I going to put millions and millions of dollars into arena when you can barely fill up what you have now? You would make us look even worse if we provided more student section for you to hold your dick in. So no, you got to earn that. You need to sell out the student section every game. When you're playing Tarleton State, there still needs to be 600 students in the crowd. No, absolutely not.
Well said. No, I agree with that. So, those are the problems. Colonel Mays, the LTS boys are here to help you. We're here to help you, fix you, and make you smell like the delightful maize roses you are. So let's do it. Let's fix them. What's the first fix, Max?
All right, so there's 3 guys. They're not always guys. There was a girl last game. So there's a pack. The Wolf Pack. They need to be upgraded. They've got the energy that the Maize Rage needs. Sam, they don't show them often, but about the 3rd home game, these guys got creative. Danny Wolf. That must be their favorite player. They went and got wolf costumes, wolf onesies, and they wear them. And when he gets announced, they're the ones howling. You can hear them howling. That's the energy they need. They need to be front and center. Maybe they don't, because maybe they like their spot. They have 6 spots. Maybe they like their spot, but energy from the Wolfpack. Upgrade.
No, that's great. I'm agreeing with that. I'm going to take it a step further because it's on my list as well. There's only 3 of them, Sam. There's like 7 seats in the front row of the now. So this is the Maize Rage. Now we're going next to the tunnel, but kind of behind the hoop almost. There's only 3 of them. They're in the second row. They need to go to the first row, and they need to add 4 more people. That needs to be fixed. We need 7 people in wolf costumes, and it needs to be in the front row, not the second row. Bitch-ass media and the douche who walks around, his name is Zach, can fucking stand the whole game. Need to fix that. You're welcome, Maize Rage. All right, point 2. Go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, I like we've kind of hit on is, get together, either rock only Maize, rock only blue, but the group's got to be the same. You guys are a continuous group. You need to look the same. It will help the cause quite a bit. And I personally think sticking with Maize is the best bet.
I am not against that. I agree. But getting together is the right answer. Yes. Whatever you decide, do it unanimously. Said that poorly. Agreed. Point 2, get together. All right. Point 3, these are all smushed together. Be louder, be meaner, be more vulgar, and get drunk. Those are all kind of mashed together. Whoever needs the 4th one, just use it as you see fit. You don't have to use it as you don't need it if you don't need it. Risk yourself for the greater of the team. You're not there for yourself. You're there for the team. This is a student section. Your tickets are dicks on doubles. You have a $2,000 ticket for $25. Fuck you. Figure it out. Get loud. Be heard. Say shit that you shouldn't say. Make someone tell you to stop. They're not going to kick you out on first offense. This is true. You've all been at sporting events where they just go, okay, you're out of here. We're not talking about saying shit that you shouldn't say, right? There's like 4 hard ones that we're not going to speak of. There's like the 4 don'ties. Okay, don't say those, but you can still say everything else.
Yes. They have a whiteboard. The possibilities are endless on that whiteboard.
Bitch boy, bitch boy, bitch boy.
When the guy from Northwestern, big country, steps to the line to tie the game, they should be chanting, "Who's your barber?" Making him think about things like that. I'm at a high school basketball. And their student section at this high school basketball game is chanting, "Who's your barber?" at the kids shooting free throws. And I'm standing next to the AD, and we just look at each other and start laughing. There's no harm in that. That's good quality fun. That's good quality fun. Take that to the college level. Get in the kid's head. Come on.
Yes. And you stay away from the hard words. Like, there are other things to be said. I'm rolling right into my 5th point. Advanced scouting. I've done it for you, Maize Rage. You're welcome. Feel free to use these. Oregon's coming next week. I've done enough scouting to support the situation. I left my sticky note in the office. Don't worry, Bollinger. I was working hard today. Number 32, Nate Brittle. Going bald. He's aware of it, so he'll play into it. He'll smile and laugh. His head will go off this game. Rogaine. It's simple. It's fun. You're not getting kicked out for that one. Number 0, from Ohio. He's right outside of Toledo. He transferred over to Oregon. Raheem Moss, number 0. He steps in the court. Fuck Ohio. Easy.
The whole arena will buy
Got it.
that one.
Number 3, Jackson Shellstad. He's 6 foot tall. He's probably 5'10" in real life. He's too short. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. There's a guy who's named Supreme Cook. You can't cook. Like, come on. I keep going. I just some forward thinking maybe. Get their roster pulled up. Find things. There's Instagram. I can find things about people in 25 seconds. Come on. Put some effort into the situation. Find an ex-girlfriend. Chant her name. Put some effort into it. Sam, give me your next fix.
So the thing is, I don't know if you guys follow the Maze Rage on Twitter. They do that. They
I
give you
do.
the lineups. They give you little tidbits about them, but they do not take it the step that you take it and provide unique chants. And that just falls down to leadership. So they need new leadership. You need more energy out of them. Like Max was saying, it shouldn't just be randos. It should be people handpicked more so. And those unique chants need to be. They print out chants. There's 10 of them on here. They're basic and boring. Those unique ones need to be what's printed on there and hand that out at every game so everybody is on the same page. You're chanting the same thing. You know what's happening when it's happening.
Great point, Sam. I was gonna bring that up. I think we counted 8 chants though. That's all I got to last game.
I mean,
So
Yes, 7.
one of my fixes, 7. So one of my fixes would be take leaders, whatever you consider leaders. This is pathetic, but and then Max, where do the leaders stand?
there's like 3 in the main section, and then there's like 1 on the end, and then like 1 on the end.
I don't know about that. There's one on ends. You think?
Yeah, there are. They hold up the white piece of paper too. I don't know if they're leaders or they just pass those papers to those people.
All right. Well, they need to distribute these leaders better, and they need to make sure that the leaders go to the top of the maze rage as well. It needs to be like all the way through. So I guess one of my points is distribute leaders evenly throughout the maze rage.
Yes,
Like I think it's a well known passed along thing. Max, remember it? Like they stand at half court. So I think it needs to be accepted and like they need to take turns at sitting in different spots to make sure the energy is equal.
agreed.
Go ahead, Max.
One of my fixes is props.
Yeah,
Props.
yeah.
Why can the children of Yost bring in cowbells, but Chrysler can't bring in the thing I got at the Pistons, the megaphone, and really get after? What's the difference in that? I don't know the rules and regulations, but I'm not a leader of the Maze Rage. I would be asking those questions. I'd be forefront. Can we bring in cowbells? The children of Yost are standing above the glass with the cowbell. Just asking for friends.
I mean, that's a great point. I don't think I've ever seen any noise-making device at a basketball game.
Give me some thunder sticks.
At the collegiate, yeah, just those, but nothing, no vuvuzelas, nothing else though at a collegiate level. That's a good point. Yeah, I wonder what bend those rules. Yeah.
Dylan's cooking. What's Dylan cooking?
Well, how about some newspapers for the game?
Yeah. Yeah. Little brother does that. Let's leave it there.
Okay, they do. All right. Well, the little brother's student section's a lot better than Michigan's. I think there's some points to be taken there. I think there are lots of prop opportunities. That's a great point, Max. I don't know. Bigger dry erase board. Need a lot bigger dry erase board. I don't know if there's any restrictions on the situation. Again, push it till you can't push it. I have your back as an attorney. Sam, Max's mouth is open. Let's hear what kind of air that noise.
I mean, I would just like to find out when these meetings are. Just be a fly on the wall. Just give my 2 cents. Maybe it's like a town hall meeting I can join, like via Zoom, like a fan vote, like drop a box, Yelp it. I don't know. We need to get these somewhere. They need to be.
So how you could have gotten in, Max? So you could have applied to universitymichigan.org, got accepted, and then gotten student tickets to the Michigan basketball as a student, and then gone to the meetings. At this point, I don't think you're able to, but yeah.
And I'm not going to say it. This is a family-run podcast. On to the next tip.
Yeah, I'll jump in.
I don't hear what you're going to say.
I'll jump in. I'm gonna piggyback Max's. I swear when I was back in school, they did this on their Twitter page. It's community outreach, sharing the information that you're going to do throughout the game with the community that's going to the game. You know, informing them of those special chants, informing those of any special thing that you're going to possibly do at that game so that the entire arena can join in on you and you're not kind of gobsmacked by something.
I don't disagree. Yeah, I think some unity around the arena would be nice. I think that's what they try to do with their whiteboard that nobody likes. I hate.
I don't like being told what to do. Do your job.
Yeah. Yeah, they're there to inject energy into the crowd. And more often than not, there's a group that's providing more energy than them, Sam. So one of my fixes is actually get coordinated with the band who is better than the Mayor's Rage. The band has better chance and provides more energy at more often than not than the stupid ass Maze Rage. Why don't they conjunctionize efforts? They don't. You can tell they don't. They're not aligned. Don't you think like a common like a thought would be like, hey, what's up? There's the band. They have instruments. We have our voices. Let's get together. That hasn't happened in theory. Max, you should go to a meeting. You don't have to do much. All you have to do is shave your mustache and you'll fit right in. Mention the band.
I'm gonna need Jesse. Jesse seems like she likes going to meetings. I'll just text her all of these. Jesse, you stand up. Say this is on part of LTS boys. Look them up and just read. Just read. Don't even pick your head up off the phone. Just keep your head down and read.
I agree. I agree. Max, any other fixes for this Rageless Maze?
Nope. Just be better.
Sam, any other fixes?
Nah, just yeah. I would like to be able to hear a little more energy coming through the TV screen makes college basketball enjoyable. Otherwise, it's boring like the NBA.
Yeah. My last one just I said you don't know ball, figure out ball. I don't know, take some tutorials, watch other college basketball, watch the A zone. They call themselves the A zone. That's crazy. They call themselves the place that names themselves after their coach. Wow, such loser energy. Watch them though. They've got some good stuff going. Yeah, I don't know. All right, what's your favorite chant? We'll end with this for this section. What's your favorite chant and or theory of student section cheering, Sam?
I mean, you've been making fun of it all night, but honestly, I love the oh, like that gets me going.
No, it's the opposite. I'm getting in your head. I don't make. I agree. I like it.
I love that's my favorite chant, honestly, 110%. That one gets my heart rate going whenever they're doing that.
We get involved in that in section 203. We do the. Oh, I mean, it's just like like I like doing that. I enjoy it. No, I agree, but they don't do it enough. They don't. They only do it when prompted by people around them. They themselves don't start it. So they need to get more random acts of energy. Ray, get Ray's ass up. Bend Ray over and pound that shit.
Ugh.
Ray, random acts of energy.
Mine. Does it have to be with the Maze Rage, or can it be any time?
Anyone.
All right. When I was about 12, we went to a Ferris hockey game and they started spelling out condoms, and then they chanted defense. Electric. Just leave it like that. So maybe some stuff like that will go a long way. I don't know.
Okay. New segment. Let's come up with a quick chant that Michigan can use from the LTS boys. I'll say mine. All you two think. I'll say my favorite. My favorite chant and or just thing that a student section would do. I don't know. I generally think I'm with Sam. I like the Oz. I like when Let's Go Blue, like the whole crowd gets it going. I think that's a good one if they get started. So I'll say that. But what's something new that we think the Michigan Maze Rage should start doing?
I got one for a travel. Left, right, you suck. Simple, crisp. Get after it.
Travel. Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Yep, I like that. How about opposing team dribbling up the court? No, 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 no.
And then when they pass, whoa! We
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
What about just yelling, chanting Martha? Just get in their heads.
Yeah, random names. Steve. Will. I mean, it could happen.
Sam, any recommendations or requests?
I mean, I don't know. You guys, yeah, those are all really good ones. I don't know. Yeah, the more random, the better, honestly. And it's group mentality, so just do it.
Yeah, group mentality. Hear me out on this one. Are you guys ready? I don't know how to what time when the ball is tipped. First half, start of the second half. Hear me out. Everyone takes their shirts off. Bras can stay on. Everyone takes their shirts off. Unison shirts off. No one would see that coming. That would fluster some people.
I think it should be tip off and they put them back on when they score. Then they do it in the second half. Same thing.
I, I like it. Oh, all right. Last point before we leave our energized and rageful maze. I do appreciate actually commentator with the mic, Zach. He's so much better than what they've had recently. I do like that he's integrated saying you haven't been to a game. You as Michigan fans can't sit down until Michigan scores a basket this year, and that was all him. That's not the Maze Rage, just all him. But I think he's an asset that the Maze Rage should take advantage of. So that is another point to them. Use the on-air or the in-game commentator. He does a pretty okay job. So I would say that. But with all these points, the Rageless Maze will soon again become the Maze Rage. So you're welcome, Maze Rage, for legally teach engineering sports boys. Remember to take all our points with heed, and then you shall succeed. Any last words for the Maze Rage, Sam?
Nah, just get it together. Michigan has a chance to make a deep run.
Max?
Lose your voice.
Just go berserk.
Yeah.
All right, that's all for episode 121 of Legally Teach Engineer Sports, re-energizing the Rageless Maze. Our quote comes from Jim Harbaugh, speaking directly about the Maze Rage. Attack each game with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. Amen, Jim. Love you. Congrats being in the NFL. And come on, Maze Rage. Let's get it freaking going. Sam, shout to our GHLers. And what's our POV?
Positive vibes only.
Nailed it.